John Doodle, that's his name. Heard him talk about our country. Lord, I feel just the same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah. Oh, John Doodle, he got a lot to say. Oh, yes, he does. But there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Oh, yeah.
Do something about that shit right there.
Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
There is indeed, and I've been wondering where in the hell y'all been. I have missed y'all. I indeed have missed our meetings. I'm glad so many are here. Jake Clayton is the first one to jump in, and oh my God, it's Stephanie's birthday. Stephanie Dean's birthday. Are you shitting me? Well, hold on to your britches. We'll start this out just good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you. Jay, you better treat her right tonight, baby. Anyway, Gene Shanky is here. Dwayne Twizzle. Bart Larson is here. Jeanette Miller is with us. Brandon Johnson, thank you for being here. Ooh, the remixtress is with us. Ha ha. Bart Larson's here again. Jeff Curry, Richard Phillips. Let me see. The Stringed Assassin is here, so y'all be on your toes. My neighbor, Tracy Tobias. Thank you so much, baby, for being here. Michael Johnson is with us. Mark Perkins, BW, Pat Hunter, Bruce Preston. Oh, shit, the whole gang's here, baby. Teresa Rojas, mi amiga up in Chicago. How you doing? I hope them boys, I bet them boys ate their ass off. You was cooking all, I know, baby. I know what was up. Anyway, I'm just glad to see y'all get here. Bernadette Pree, my rock, baby. I'm so glad you're here. Dwayne Twizzle's here. Carolyn and John Majesco out in North Carolina. Glad you're here, baby. Anyway, Deborah Douglas is here. Let me jump on down here. Irish Giselle, smart-ass squaw's with us. Deborah Douglas. Anyway, I'm glad to see Irish Giselle in here. They've been with us a long time. Anyway, how in the hell y'all been doing? I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed the blessings that family and friends gives to you in this time of year. And I want to give another shout out to Daryl Heimsness, who came through for Thanksgiving for so many people. And it honors this Blue Dot family to have him part of this family. He made a huge impact on a lot of people for their Thanksgiving. And well, there's a snake in the basement for Thanksgiving. There you go. You never know what you're going to get. But I'm so thankful to Daryl for the kindness of his heart in impacting so many people, and it should warm all of our hearts, because it just really is something that amazed me for the second year in a row. But other than that, I hope y'all got to enjoy the time off, the downtime here. News has slacked off a little bit because of the holidays and all that. I watched the Thanksgiving Day parade and all that kind of stuff. But we're getting back into the season, baby. And there is going to be a lot going on. Where's my thing? Here's my thing. We got taxes. All of this is going to have to be done pretty quick, because, Republicans take over pretty soon. So I'm thinking that we're going to see taxes. We're going to see testimony. Already having discussions about whether Mike Pence is going to trot his ass in there and testify. Oh, Lord, it's going to be a smorgasbord. We're going to have the committee that's going to have to be wrapping up before the Congress is handed over. So there is going to be a massive amount of information coming out. John's volume is low. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, let me see if I can help that a bit at all. I hope that helps a little bit. Increase the mic. Bernadette, how are you, darling?
I'm doing better today.
Good. Better is always better.
Better is always good. Hey, Thanksgiving came and went, tried to take me out, but I survived. I got the dinner cooked and everybody ate except for me. But
No,
I'm all right. I'm good today. So yeah,
you
you know,
wait a minute. I got to back up here just a minute. Are you watching the chat?
I am.
Okay, I seen the happy birthday to Stephanie, but
Yes.
I see a happy birthday here to Randy Peterson.
Yes. Woo pig. Happy
Woo
birthday.
pig. He's fixing to move to the Texas Riviera. Yes.
Uh-oh.
He's
Okay.
moving down to Rockport, Texas, and that's what we call Texas Riviera down here. It's the life, baby. It's island life out there. And
Well, Randy, enjoy another trip around the sun, dude.
Well, shit, if I did it for
yeah,
Stephanie, I got to
absolutely.
do it for Randy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday and woo pig, Randy.
Woo pig.
Happy birthday to you. I hope,
There you go.
as I say, I hope the day puts a smile on your face.
Right on.
He's
right
getting
on.
old too, decrepit, I think.
Honey, we
barely
all
got it.
are getting old, okay? Every day
We
above
should
the
all-
ground, we getting older,
We should
okay?
all be thankful for it too.
I am.
I am. It was very. It was. I'm not going to lie. It was a rough holiday this time, but we came through it the same way we always do, knowing that what is important in your life and giving thanks
Yeah.
for that particular thing.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's how we do
absolutely.
it up here. I don't know how in the hell they do it down under, but
Well, they
We
flooded
do it
down
very,
under this time of year.
yeah, we're
Hi, bro.
doing
How
it very
you
well.
doing?
All right, I'm just, look, I haven't been around and I won't be around. I didn't put my hand up in the audience because I don't know how long I can stay because I'm waiting to be picked up for sandbagging crew. But
well,
they expecting a lot of water. It's the Murray River. I'll just give you a quick fill-in.
yeah.
The
Please
Murray
do.
River is about 1,000 miles long. It starts up near the bottom of Queensland. Now, as it comes down, it's flooding the towns through the system. Now, it takes about, from the border now, it's at the border, it takes about 12 to 15 days to get from the border to where I am.
Right.
Now, all the towns up there, further up, they've been expecting 7 feet, 6 feet, and they've been getting 7 and 6 feet, which is put a lot of people in homes flooded. I mean, we're talking up to the window sills. A
Yeah,
lot
that's.
of homes are on stilts. They are savable, and there's just wet underneath. But it's your property underneath that you couldn't get upstairs. You can't put a lawnmower inside your freaking unit.
No.
And
no.
these properties, you just can't do right on lawnmowers. You can't even get them upstairs. And storage space on the high ground is at a premium. You just cannot get it.
Right.
So where I am is right next door is a major reserve, and they've built a levee, a temporary levee there. Well, they're building it right now. It stops at my borderline, and then
Right.
I'm on the next low spot, which means I'm in the lowest parts of the town. I'm expecting, well, they're telling me they've been walking around the streets, the power company, the sewage company, and the people who are affected along the riverfront have been saying, right, we're going to cut your sewage off in 10 days. We're going to
Right.
cut your power off in 10 days. It'll all be cut off because we're expecting the water in 12 days. And then from there on in, you start the flood. But they're telling me 7 feet. Well, I've got 8 foot clearance before it enters into where I sleep and live.
Yeah.
So I'm just crossing my fingers they've got it right, John. I just hope they've got it right.
Well,
But I've been
we're
moving all
hoping.
my stuff upstairs. I've got welders and all these.
Yeah.
Do you know the tools you gather over all your years?
Yes.
All your toolboxes, all your chrome
That's how you
spanners,
make
and
your living.
all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
well,
make
it's
your
how
living.
I fix things.
Yeah, you want to make
I've
sure all
lots
that,
of stuff.
especially that welding machine, make sure that stays out of the water. Put it up on a high cabinet.
Well, I've got 4 welders.
Oh,
I've
man.
got 4 different types of welders. So, because my son's a welder,
Ah.
that was his original. He was a welder. And so, hence, I've been getting upstairs, and there's all the stuff, the grandchild's toys and the larger toys are stored in the downstairs unit. Below the unit is a garage, and it's all stored in there. That's all got to come up. And then I've got a boat to move. I've got to tie the jet ski up to the railing, and then I've got to go help other people. I can't sandbag here because it's pointless, because it's too low and it's going to come from the sides. I'd have to build a big circle. The stupid part about it is, John, they're giving us an allowance of 20 sandbags per person,
20
per unit, or per property per day. So you go down there, you load yourself up 20 sandbags for nothing.
Yeah, that's not going to go very far, Dave. 20 sandbags is not going to go that far. I know.
At the best you could collect over the time we've got left, you could collect maybe 20 a day over 10 days, 200. Well, that wouldn't cover the front windowsill up 4 foot, 5 foot. They're expecting 7 foot. So how many sandbags do you freaking need?
A whole lot more
so
than
it's
what
a
you're
bit
gonna
hard.
Get. A whole lot more.
Certainly is, John.
Yeah.
Now, I'm staying where I am, but other people are not. But they've started a community centre on the football oval, which is on high ground, obviously, and they're going to have portable toilets and portable shower units there for people who have got nowhere to go like me. So I'll be able to access them daily, but as long as the water, because at the back of the property, the land to the road behind me runs up quite steeply, and we're hoping it doesn't get up that high, that you can't get your car out, because a lovely guy across the road has offered me a very high car parking spot, which would put me above the waterline.
Good.
So I'm in that there.
Small
so
favors.
I'm half organised.
Halfway. I know what you
neighbours.
I know what you feel. I told you about the time it rose here. The first flood I went through my house.
Yes.
When the guy came by.
It's stressful.
And I thought he said you had 48 hours. And then I found out he said 4 to 8 hours. Yeah, talk about shitting and getting, buddy. When I saw that water starting to come up, yeah, I'm in the same position. Thankfully, we've never had it come in the house. My house is on stilts, but yeah, we live on the river. So
I'm the same as you.
Yeah,
I'm exactly the same as you.
Yeah, no matter how you know it's coming, but you got to prepare for it. But you're never prepared for it. You're never.
It's the creeping monster. It's the creeping monster. Yeah. And the thing is that my jetty is gone at the moment. It's about a foot under. Yet yesterday it was level with the water, so it can rise that much overnight. And now it's about a foot under, and it's starting to rise. And every day I get up in the morning, and it's normally around 6 a.m. I look at the river, and she's creeping up like this creepy monster.
I put a
so
stick
it's going
every
to get
day.
to me.
I put a stick out, and where the level is, and that way overnight and everything, I can get up and just see exactly how much it rose overnight.
You know what happens when floods happen, John, don't you? Did you have an experience of any wildlife inundating your home?
It's not a good time for alligators, buddy. This is not a good flooding. Is not a good time for alligators. I'm telling you. No, it's.
I haven't got alligators, mate.
Yeah, we've got them.
Lots of mice heading up into dry land, and it's a nightmare keeping them organised. Possums looking for
possums, raccoons,
a bit of a
anything
feed.
That's in the lower levels. Even
they're
if is going to try to
on
find
the roof.
higher ground. And guess where?
Yeah, my roof looks like an imaginary. Yep. But yeah, guys, basically, I've just been out working, so I've not been around. But the thing is, when it does flood, I've also been told by my internet provider that the service. That where the transmission pole is in this area, it's on low ground. So if that goes under, they may have to switch, and I may have intermittent service. So it's going to be difficult.
Plains wants to know, how often do these floods happen?
This is right. Okay, the last time we had a serious flood of this nature was in 1979, and the next time before that was in 1956. In between those times, we've had minor flooding. That's where you get a couple of foot rise and it wets your lawn. But it's only been a couple of floods that take out, in South Australia, that take out the township. And it's going to take, they've actually dug up the friggin' road in the main street and put a levee down the main street. And they're saying that one side of the main street sorry, you're going to get soaked. The other side, you're going to stay dry.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been through several floods, but it's been several years since the last one, and they say they fixed the dam, so maybe we won't flood so often, but, you know, they said they fixed.
Well, they told us that.
It's never good
in
when they say,
79.
we fixed the dam, don't worry. Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
let me
They
take
They put more weeds in. The weeds are underwater, so they're any good.
Yeah. Well, we had some rain down there, but luckily it wasn't that heavy. Let me give a big thank you to Keith Thompson up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, who came in with a $5 donation and said a little help from a blue dot. Keith, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it tremendously, and I hope you had a great Thanksgiving up there, brother.
Before I take off, if I have to take off shortly, now if I disappear, I'm not being rude. It's that someone's come, I've got to run. And all I do is just disappear. I'm sorry if I do.
That's
but
all right.
I want to say,
Don't worry about it.
just want to quickly say, the thing in Australia, we're talking about at the moment with Trump and all this sort of shit, is what a fucking idiot. He's poking the lion that's coming after him. He's poking it with a stick, attacking his wife and all that crap. He's attacking everyone's wives. Why does he attack people's wives?
That's a good
He's
idea.
trying to
Let's
discredit
attack
the
the
person.
prosecutor's wife. The guy that's investigating your ass. Let's piss him off by, talking smack about his wife, talking about, oh, she supports Democrats and he's nothing but a left-wing radical, all this bullshit. I don't know. He's busy having dinners with white supremacists and idiots. What else do you call Kanye West anymore? A freaking
He
idiot.
goes after Ted Cruz's wife. He goes after Mitch McConnell's wife.
That's his game, baby. That's his game. To try to get under people's skin, to try to get them. He plays the low ball, buddy. We've all known that forever. He's a low-life scum, and that's where he tries to go. He doesn't have a policy or a thought about anything. He's an attack dog. Throw him a piece of red meat. And your last point?
My last point is dining with the Nazis and saying he's a nice guy, he's got great ideas, he talks well. Is his reply to dining with the Nazis? Is Mr. Quincy guy, whatever his name is, this young lad that's full-on Nazi, that he dined with Kanye West at Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, Fuentes, what's his name?
This guy denies the Holocaust and all this shit. He's a full-blown Nazi.
He's a full-blown Nazi. But to hear Donnie explain it, I didn't know who he was. Kanye West, ye brought him. I didn't know. Right. Yeah, that's what he's playing right now. The same game. I'm stupid. I don't know. Huh?
They didn't discuss Jews and blacks all night. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that would have been the all-night subject. Jews and blacks would have been all night, and how much we can cut.
Hey, Dave. You know how come Kanye? You know how come Ye was down there?
Ye,
Yeah, Ye was down there to tell Donnie that Ye's running for president, and he wants Donnie to be his running mate. He wants Donnie to be vice president. Yeah, that's it. He wants to run for president.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
Donnie
what
wants
it
to
is,
be president,
buddy.
and he's got Marjorie Taylor Greene and Kylie Lake fighting over who's going to be VP. I'm going to be VP. No.
Bart Larson is right. Trump is hanging with his minions, baby. That's who he is. That's who he is.
What a shit fight.
Well, that's who. I mean, Donnie's
no one
always
likes him. Did you see that he had his numbers are way down?
And that's why everybody points at it. Go, oh, look at there. That shit stinks. Let's vote for it.
The
that's
AZ,
what the right says.
the AZ recount, the AZ recount rally. Hey, let's rally for the AZ recount.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 people turned up.
Yeah.
Maybe 50
Katie Lake,
people.
I think, she ain't going to give it up. She's another Donnie. She's going to hold on to it forever. She actually won.
She wants
She's
to be
the real
VP.
governor of Arizona, not that Katie Hobbs. She's a fake, phony, all that. It's going to be her mantra forever. It's going to be Donnie's mantra forever that he was actually supposed to be president right now. You know, that's who they are. They live in a fantasy world they make up, and they convince other idiots to believe them. You know, that's where we are in this world. You know,
America's smarter than that. I think they're realizing that.
We are.
I think the MAGA crew's starting to realize, what are we getting for our money? What are we getting for our anger, anxiety, and stress? What are we getting back for all this? Nothing.
Yeah, I've had enough of that the last several days, Dave. My stress level is
sure.
already maxed out, buddy. I'm walking on eggshells, everything I do right now. And
what, problems down the road?
My
Well, yeah, you know, the usual.
Okay.
yeah,
The usual.
shit. My day started very early this morning. So
Well, I hope you get a new night's sleep tonight.
yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, it's it's the fight we're in, baby. You know, it's some people don't like.
Yeah,
your
but the guy
stance.
doesn't let up.
No.
He's not giving you a break. It's just pay out, destroy someone's character, destroy this person's character, and lie. It must be so distressing.
I could deal with all that if
I mean-
you just turn his fucking music down.
This is
Yeah.
typical
I like the way the
Republican,
special
Anyway.
you know,
master.
Anyway,
I like the way the special master, Mr. Smith, called out Miss Cannon as a fraud.
wait a minute.
The
Say that
whole
again. Breaking
fucking
news. What?
Legal team is a fraud. The judge is a fraud.
Oh,
She
they're all
never
frauds.
should have been on the case in
Everybody's
the
a
first
fraud.
place.
They're a fraud. She's
That's
fraud.
right.
They're frauds. The whole
Trump is a
freaking
fraud.
January 6th committee's a fraud. The Democratic Congress are all frauds. The Supreme Court is. Oh, wait a minute. He did that, didn't he?
No, he
Yeah.
is calling them frauds too now.
Yes, he
you know,
is because they won't back up his
Yes, he
shit.
is.
After 70 cases, and he's losing everything left and right.
Like he thinks
You
that
know-
they ought to lay down their career for the rest of their life and lay it down and fall on their sword for him because he
Yep.
put him there. And he doesn't realize the fact that he put him there. And once he put him there, he ain't got shit to do with it no more. Nothing.
Just like he
won't
thinks
be
that
a
taking the
footnote for
papers
history. They'll
was
still be there.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's not okay.
No.
And just because you was president doesn't make you king, and you just can't run
Well, that's the part he can't.
ramshot across.
That's the
He's
part he
wrong,
kind of
John.
looks like that he that he don't get. That's the part he don't get. He's a winner. That's all. He wins. What was that fuckface
Except for he
said?
keeps losing.
What's his name? The guy that looks like Mr. Penguin. Oh hell! It's coming.
Got
to
me.
Well, from Mr. Penguin.
Yeah, it looks like Penguin from Batman comic books. He's with Donnie all the time. Roger Stone. Roger Stone.
Rogers.
Always
Oh, yeah,
remember
yeah.
Roger Stone's famous quote. Fuck you,
know,
we won.
Now,
That's it. Fuck you,
now
we
that
won.
you said
That's
it,
it.
he does look like the
He
penguin.
does look like the penguin. You see him in that top hat shit, and one time he had one of them cigarette holder
Yeah,
things out there. He
you're
looks,
right.
like,
Yeah.
Hey,
looks like the fucking
you're
penguin
spot
out
on.
there.
You're spot on.
Jesus,
All he
man.
needs to do a bit of a waddle.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
all.
I believe
That's all
that
that's
you-
missing.
Is the waddle.
He's the
I
evil
believe that
fucking.
the GOP,
Oh
the
man,
GOP want to raise the voting age to white.
80. They up there high, I'm sure. They are afraid of 24
wanna-
because there's a
no,
whole
yeah.
lot of people turning 18 who are been impacted by the recent history. And these are kids that are graduating from high school that have seen too many school shootings and all that shit. They're going to vote, and I want them to vote. I want them to vote. I hope they vote.
Yeah, but
out-
you missed
coming
my
out the
point.
gate. What's
You
that?
missed my point.
What?
I said they want to raise the voting age to white.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
To
Yeah,
white.
yeah, that's what the Republicans would like to do. Oh, hell yeah. It falls under that headline of it's not the quantity of the vote, it's the quality of the vote.
Yes.
Translated means white. And if they have their white property owners and still there, I'm right there with them. So what you going to do then? Take away my property.
You know,
That's what they
DeSantis
do.
is
Huh?
DeSantis is sitting back waiting for Trump to implode, and he was
Well,
just going to
you
step
know,
right in.
DeSantis is having his own problem. He had disqualified a whole bunch of people down there in Florida from voting, and all of
Yes.
those cases are getting thrown out of court.
Yeah.
With his new,
Yes, he's
you
sick
know,
with the law.
voter fraud police agency he's
Yeah,
got
but
going on.
The story's over, though. You know,
Yeah,
it was only an impactful story during the election. Now that the election's over, he don't give a shit.
You're right, John, because it had an effect during the election.
Yeah.
Those
That's-
people, if they got a chance to vote, they're terrified now.
Yeah.
You know.
Because he came out
And,
there screaming about, look at all these criminals, the father rapers, and the motherfuckers, and all of these people are voting, and bullshit. These were people that served their time, did their parole, have found a purpose in life, and are doing a productive life and being a productive citizen.
Besides the fact that the people of Florida said, you know, if you've done your time, you've done your parole, you're good to go, you have a right to
You have a
vote.
right to
They
vote.
gave them the right to vote.
Welcome back to society. That's what that is. That's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to
And
do,
so,
is
you
welcome
know,
them back into society and make them
yeah,
part of a productive society. That's what we do.
Well, you
That's
know
what we're
that
supposed
Ron
to do.
DeSantis
It's not what we really
oversaw torture in Guantanamo Bay.
do. Torture. Oh,
yeah, he's
He
perfect
was
for it.
there. He was supposed to be a representative for them, the ones being tortured, to make sure they're being treated right. Yet he sat in on the
whoa.
waterboarding and all that, whatever they done, and he was, according to the witnesses, he was smirking when they were in pain,
Would
and he
that
was supposed to be
surprise
protecting
you?
them.
Would that surprise you?
No,
Should it spread?
no, no. No, he's messing with the freaking child molesting laws now over there in Florida.
Things,
He's making it easier to make children to be molested, or make it easier for someone to get off for molesting a child. He's messing with that shit now. That's been reported on Young Turks, not just bullshit.
No, he's taking the same shit Donnie's trying to take. He's
He's just a
making his
younger Donnie.
Yes, he is. He's a younger Donnie. He's trying to avoid the pitfalls Donnie had, which he doesn't have a huge business that he's got to hold on to. But he's using the same tactics, the same bullshit, boo scare you politics that riles up Republicans to vote, boogeymen that they pull out their ass to try to scare you into what the radical left is doing, the woke people. Mind you, Democrats, never liberal ever came up with the word woke. That word was invented by Republicans to describe liberals. They are woke.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't mind being woke.
Thank
That means
you,
you're
that.
awake. You learn something. I try to learn something every damn day. Every day. Still.
Did you see what Judge Reggie Walton said in summing up on a case that he just sentenced a bloke for 3 years on the January 6th thing? His statement was, let me get this right, I wrote it down.
Okay.
He said, I must compare this situation to the time of Hitler. And it's amazed me how educated people fall into the rabbit hole. Trump has destroyed people and is a charlatan. Reggie Walton, judge.
There you go.
On summarising on a case J6.
There you go. But the sad part is, there are a whole lot of politicians, period, who take the ignorance of some and capitalize on it. That it sells. That the conspiracy theory shit sells. The boogeyman sells over there, and it's not a world where they're trying to bring anybody together, baby. Sometimes you have to wonder yourself where we're even. I don't know. I'm in a strange mood right now. Where we're even fucking going anymore. If we don't fight
the
for
lies
this
have
shit.
become more powerful than the truth, John. The lies have become more powerful than the truth.
What is that they say? A lie will circle the earth 100 times before the truth gets out of your mouth to the other person's ear.
Yes.
You know, that's the way we live. That's the world we live in. It's sad because we see the effects of that every fucking day. And if you don't think, I wish I lived in the world you lived in. I don't live there anymore. I used to. I used to live in a nice, peaceful world. I don't fucking live there anymore. I haven't lived there in years. Right up to the fucking day. So I question the greatest. What, baby? Help me.
I was just going to say, these guys are out there running the same game plan that they ran for 2016 and 2020. And I just don't think the country is going to let that fly anymore. We see what's happening. We saw what's happening with the Supreme Court and, allowing somebody to ramrod his way onto that. And now we're losing rights left and right. And I don't think that the country is, the Republicans think that they're going to get back into the House and they're just going to be able to pull their own shenanigans. The country is tired of this bullshit, man. The people are hurting. We're hurting out here.
My God.
We've had, this is our third year of a fucking pandemic. Inflation's up the wazoo, gas prices up the wazoo. Thanksgiving dinner was 20% higher than it ever has been before in the past. And people are tired. They're hungry. Winter is coming. And, right now, I'm sitting out of propane in my house.
These are tough for a
You
lot
know?
of people, and a
Yeah.
lot of them in this
Yeah.
family, in this Blue Dot family.
Yes.
That's what it's so painful to see so much happening when you know you can't do everything. We can't do everything, but we try hard. But there are a lot of people in this Blue Dot family that are suffering every fucking day, that are going through things, and so I remind myself all the time, I'm right in there with the pack, baby. I'm right there with everybody else in this shit. Nothing new.
We're all in the same boat,
We are.
and I just think that people are tired of the politicking,
Yeah.
the politicking.
Trump has had a seriously bad effect on America. He hasn't bankrupted it, but he's done the same to America he's done to his businesses.
Exactly.
He's destroyed it morally.
Exactly
And
what he's done. And
the
oh my
Trump
God.
effect is going to take some time.
But we've been saying it for years, and
Yes.
we've been saying it's going to take years in order to fix it. So,
Yep.
yes, we got a special prosecutor and all the rest of that. It's still going to take years to fix the damage that
Yeah,
this
we
man
could sit
has
around all day
done.
going, see, told you, but it's still going on. And let me,
Yeah.
before I continue being so rude, Joe Garcia, my cohort in crime, how are you doing, my friend?
How you doing, man?
I'm
I was on the road again. I went to the store. And Mama wanted some groceries. I went over there and got it, and she's surprising me with a coffee cake.
Man, I'm going to move into your house.
I tell
Yeah,
you
me
what,
too.
You eat well. You know, Bernadette, you know
Well-
what he sent me on my phone? A video. You know what the
No.
video is? He's out there. Now, let me tell you, Joe's got a massive cooker. When I say Joe's got a barbecue pit,
Oh no, I've
no,
seen
no,
this
no. You
barbecue
haven't?
pit.
Okay.
Oh,
He
yeah.
goes over there and he opens up one side over there. And what's in there? 2 big old briskets, and they're looking beautiful in there.
I don't hear
And
about
he
these
cl-
things. He ain't in my house.
And then he goes over
And
to
he
the other
ain't
side
around
and
the
opens
corner.
up, and there's 2 big old sets of ribs. Wasn't that ribs?
yeah, we're ribs.
I could spot what it is. It was ribs. And it was like, I wish you had smell-o-vision. You know, just you could smell that
We all
shit.
wish we had
Yeah, we all
smell-o-vision.
wish we had. It look. I know it came out great, Joe. I know it did because
Oh, it
that's,
did. It did. We ran out of turkey and all the fixings, and they were still hungry.
so you
Excuse me.
Lord
feed
have
the masses,
mercy.
brother. That's
Well,
what you do.
bless you. Bless
My little
you.
granddaughter
deliver to
came to say
Australia?
hi.
Good.
Excuse me?
Do you deliver to Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Express
Right?
delivery.
Hey, how about
tell you-
California? I'm closer than he is.
I have a better chance of getting into California than I do Australia, but you're welcome at my house.
Here's what you do, Joe. You take their orders, and then you call me, and I'll come by and pick them up. Yeah, I promise. That's
You-
what
you-
I
you
promise.
guys-
I'll
Yeah,
get it to them. Yeah, that's
Sooner or
they can-
later.
Eventually.
Eventually, I might forget along the way, but you know. No, Joe. I hope you had an enjoyable Thanksgiving with the family, and
Oh,
I
we
know you did.
did. We did. I had no incidents like I told you about the other day.
Yeah.
And this world is gone to hell in a handbasket for the Second Amendment.
One man.
Is,
For one man.
1-800 got
yeah.
ribs.
hmm
So Gary Spring
Well,
in there put 1-800 got ribs. I deliver. That's what you do.
I do.
Right?
What do they call that? I'm not much with technology, but there are some people that do that. They
Oh yeah, Grubhub or
there you
DoorDash,
go.
DoorDash,
Yeah.
or there's a bunch of.
Uber Eats.
Well,
I just need to know, do they deliver to Northern
No
California?
shit.
That's all.
That's the basic question right there. Do they bring
how
it to
far is
me?
how far is Northern California to Disney World or Disneyland?
Disneyland?
That's all.
Disneyland is completely on the other side of the state.
It's
from
just
here.
That's
right
a
up
long
the road,
friggin'
Joe. It
way.
won't take you. It just take a right-hand turn when you get up there and to LA, and
That's right.
you'll be at Bernadette's
Yeah.
house in no time.
And just
Just
keep
right
heading
down
north.
the road. Just head north, you'll find her.
That's on the bucket list.
Yeah,
That's on the
Okay.
bucket list. I have a little bucket list I want to do before I kick the bucket. What? That's a
Okay.
play on words.
yeah. I think we all got that list. I keep putting
Oh,
things in it, and anyway.
Like I said, John, I've been
bucket's
lucky.
getting full.
I've done a lot of traveling. and I did that while I was working. Now I'm doing it while I'm retired. And Mama is supposed to retire in February,
Yeah, she's getting
so
close.
she's getting close. And I told her,
I'm
hey,
just
let's
saying.
start up. Let's start up a
You
little
tell her,
business.
by the way, I really enjoyed that pie. You
Oh,
make sure
I
to
tell
tell
you
her
what,
I thoroughly enjoyed that pie.
I sure will.
Uh, there was
I
something I
sure
was
will.
going to tell. Damn it.
And like and you know, there's HEBs in Mexico. So if this
Yes, they are.
United States, if they go down, well, let's go move to Mexico. And
At least they got an HEB.
oh yeah, we got an
Oh man.
HEB, and Mama still be cooking.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
There you go.
She does so
We
good.
got to stay here because I still got a fight to take. Oh, we still got
Well,
a
that's
long
true.
way to go. But I am looking
We
forward
got-
to the entertainment coming up in the next month or so because you got to think
Oh,
there are a
you
lot
know
of
it's
things
gonna
that are
be-
in motion, and with the House being taken over by the GOP in January, there's some things that have to be taken care of. And January 6th committee is going to be one of them. We're going to see the final
Recommendations?
report. Yeah, yeah. And there's some bitter I don't know. I saw a story about some of them aren't too happy with other members of the committee and how they want to resolve this. Some want to do it one way, some want to
well,
do it another way.
I think some people want to lay down and give up, and others want to keep the fight.
Well,
And that's something that we got to do is keep the fight even
Well, I
past
think
2024.
some are concentrating on Trump too much and not thinking about the lower fruit, and I think that's a concern.
That's
There's
what
one
it
for
was
one of
about.
them.
You know, they're afraid that Liz Cheney is more focused on just Donald Trump and not the underlying crime syndicate
Enablers.
that Ron Johnson, he was the first
Yeah.
one that comes to my mind. He's the senator that just won his re-election. Are you shitting?
Yep.
While he's under investigation for this shit.
Yep.
So the Republican Party's got a long way before they ever reform
You
themselves.
know, he's the one that wore the body armor.
Yeah, yeah.
To,
Oh, he knew
to
what
the
was coming.
rally. Oh yeah, he knew what
And
was
he's
coming
part of the
because he helped plan
investigation
that
that's going
shit.
on, and I think most of the committee want to focus on the bigger picture, and not just Trump. And Liz Cheney is really after focus because she's going to run again, or she's going to
Oh,
do
yeah.
something. So she's trying to not tarnish herself while at the same time standing up to Trump, because eventually, like Bernadette said, this is getting old for the Republicans. He's losing every damn day. He's losing more and more support. And what this weekend's story about
They haven't abandoned him.
not
They
yet.
have not abandoned him.
No.
Even with all his anti-Semitism and dinners and all the rest of that shit, they have not come out and said a goddamn thing about him
That
doing
tells
it.
you
No, they have
who they
not.
are. That tells you more
It
about who
absolutely
they are,
does.
because they're
By
not
the
saying
way,
anything.
I'm gonna post a 2 for Blue for Raphael Warnock.
Oh, baby.
We still need to be supporting him because it's going to matter whether we have 50 or 51.
Well, we got
Seats
we got
in the
51,
Senate.
don't we?
We have 50. And with Warnock, we will have 51. And,
Plus,
And that helps
With-
negate Manchin sometimes.
well, what it does is it would allow Biden to be able to sit judges across the bench, federal bench, without the help of Kamala Harris. She won't have to hang around. Maybe she could do some vice president somewhere.
Yeah.
But we need that seat, y'all. If you got a couple of extra dollars out there, go ahead and toss a couple of over at Senator Warnock, because simply put, there is no debate here. We know what's best for Georgia.
Yeah.
It's just about helping
Because
Georgia
it's a
to make up
choice
its
between
mind.
an intelligent, logical man and a moron.
Or an idiot that
An
wants to have
idiot.
another erection.
He wants the erection is for the people. The erection is for the people. So I don't.
Yes, I'm
Did
sure
you
that
hear
it
that
is.
shit?
Yeah.
God, that's what
I-
makes you. That's what makes you just stop and think. Really, Georgia, That's the best you got when it comes to
Yeah. On the Republican side, yes.
senator, somebody who
Yes.
should be able to stand on the floor of the Senate and articulate ideas.
Elections are for the
Yeah, no,
people.
that ain't him. Nope, we're not getting that. If
I want to know one thing.
Huh.
The J6 committee never found out one thing which was very important. Is how the fuck Ted Cruz stands up straight without a spine.
Well, now
I never found that out.
I think they found the worm theory. He's a
The
slimy
worm
ass
theory.
worm, and he's got, he eats enough tacos and shit that his gut is just stacked shit, is what it is. There's no spine in there. Ted Cruz, I can't wait for him to run again. He is the most hated man by everybody in the Senate. Even his fellow Republicans thinks he's a scumbag. He's an
Because
asshole,
he's a scumbag.
like an asshole. That's all he ever has been. He goes whichever way the wind is blowing.
And McCarthy.
McCarthy's the same way. Well, he's facing a little opposition. He's not.
Yeah, and that seat for him to be House Leader is not so guaranteed.
Werewolf's erection. That's
He's on TV saying, I'm going to investigate this guy and Hunter Biden. He's going to investigate the fucking razoo out the whole Democratic Party. He's an idiot. The guy is just trying to appease his master. That's all they're doing by doing this. They're wasting your money, your time, your energy, prolonging the pain even further once Trump's indicted. So let's drag it out for another fucking 3 or 4 years while we try and indict Democrats.
I want to point this
That's
out.
what you think.
Gary Spring pointed out that Herschel Walker talking about his erection was sitting right next to Miss Lindsey Graham. So
Yes.
So Lindsey was sitting
And
right.
Ted Cruz, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't Ted Cruz there too?
I don't know. I
And
didn't
both
see.
of them look like, holy shit, did he say erection?
Yeah, they say
And
yes. He said erection.
But
Yeah.
of
What
course,
did you expect to
That's
come out of his
right.
mouth?
blush because, that's, erection? Hey, dude, you speak my language.
Yeah, there you go.
Good.
What I do that is the one big huge thing about him is looking at Georgia and thinking to yourself, really, that's the best you got. He's a great football player. He's got a great record. Let him sit over there. He's been hit one too many times in the head, I think.
And not only that, but his primary home is in Texas.
Yes,
And
yes.
so
That's
he's
what he
just
claimed on his
back in
taxes.
Georgia, and
So hey,
He's
Dr.
supposed to.
Oz lived in Georgia. To the Republicans, it doesn't matter. A
Yeah,
carpetbagger is just as good as
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. As long as
Hell,
they get it, that's
yeah.
what Herschel Walker would be. He would be a vote.
Trump
I
carpetbagged
can't
this
say
whole
it
fucking
all the
country.
time without it caveating it with my congressman, Michael Cloud, who is nothing but a sit down, shut up, and vote the way we tell you, congressman. That's what he is. He
Well,
doesn't.
there are a lot
do
of
shit.
puppets. There are a lot of puppets here in
Yeah.
Texas.
Yes. And it's sad to watch, but have no delusion about who the Republican Party is. We rant about this all the time. We complain about them, but they are a hair's breadth away from pure fascism. They want corporate America to take over, baby. They don't want your vote. Right now they have to deal with it because the Constitution and all that shit. But don't worry, they'll take care of that shit.
And you know what, John? That's the primary thing that we all should be doing is working on the vote, trying to get
It is
people
always the
to
vote.
get, we've got to get our neighbors and their neighbors' neighbors and everybody involved
Yeah.
and help them to understand that this is not just for us, it's for the future of our children.
This is for everything.
And yes,
This is
it's
everything on the
and
line here.
so many people did not go and vote. Now, when I went to
Millions.
go vote, I was happy because that place was packed.
I always feel
But
good when I
one-
go vote. It just makes me
Yeah.
feel good that I participated in this system.
The largest political party in America is the non-voters.
They are the biggest bloc,
They are the
and they
biggest bloc in
they're
America.
either affected by either they just don't really give a shit in their lives or such that it's not a focus for them, and they're expecting everybody else to deal with that shit, and we do, and or those that are just disillusioned. I see that a lot down here in Texas. We are a gerrymandered to shit state. No
Yeah,
matter what,
well,
no
we
matter
got the
how you roll
Supreme
the
Court
dice
to
down
thank
here,
for
you're
that.
coming up with a Republican. And there's so many people that just throw their hands up and say, you know, what's the point? Now, not so much in our inner cities, Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, all of them, baby, Corpus. These are blue
Because
areas.
those blue areas, yeah.
That's where the populations are. But there are still a whole lot of Texans out there in that red territory. You know, covers the, you know, like I say, my district, just, you know, if y'all don't know where Corpus Christi is, it's on the Gulf of Mexico. My district goes all the way to the city limits of San Antonio, which is way up in the center of South Texas. Those people up there have different interests and different concerns than the people down here on the Gulf Coast. But hey, if you take Corpus Christi and you dilute it with every little red town between here and San Antonio, you come up with a red district.
It's all about the power. It
Yeah.
was done by design, especially with the 2020 census. That was going to determine this last
Exactly.
vote and the next presidential vote. And that's why they cut it short and they intimidated the fuck out of people.
That's part of the reason that we lost the House was because that the
Yep.
Republicans picked up a whole lot of new seats. We picked up 2 here in Texas, new congressional
Because-
districts because of the census.
the census was rigged,
Yeah,
to use a particular term.
yeah, go figure, huh? We've heard that
Mm.
before. Yeah,
I wonder.
Remember, if you think back, Donnie had a big problem going on with the census. Who was going to be counted and all that shit? It was in the news all the damn time. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
he didn't want Muslims
Georgia
counted.
did lose the round of trying to prevent people from voting this last Saturday because of some Republican or some Confederate holiday that they made up, and you can't vote 2 days after a holiday and all the rest of that bullshit. And that shit went to court and it got thrown out.
Thrown out.
And people were able to
And it was
do
sad
early
to watch
voting
that.
this last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Why,
but
why
this
would
is,
you
this
try to
is the only
prevent
thing
people
that they
from
got.
voting? That's
Yeah.
the part that I always wonder about.
John, because it's the only way that they can win.
You're right. Excuse me. You are
Because
right.
if you allow people to vote, then they know they will be out of power.
The thing about voting is, and this is tried and true, when Democrats and independents are motivated to come out and vote, Democrats win. When the voting numbers are high, Democrats win. Even when Trump got elected, he did not win the popular vote. He won the electoral count.
Neither
He
time.
lost the popular vote
Nope. Because he's a loser.
because he's a loser. Because he's a dick.
Well, I thought Trump be sick of winning by now.
I think so, ain't he? I think he's sick of winning now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're
I
gonna
just
see,
want him
you know,
to.
go
I just
ahead.
want him to win one more time.
One more
I
time?
want him to win. Yeah, one more time. I want him to win a free ride to a prison.
To
Any
prison.
prison.
Yeah, I want him to win the trifecta: the Department of Justice, the county down in Georgia, and the one in New York. Yeah, a trifecta of guilty charges there. You know it's all coming. Everything's going to come up to a head pretty soon. It's got to happen within the next 2 years for sure. A lot of shit's going to happen in the next month before Congress is taken over. Like I say, January 6th committee is kicking it in the butt. They're going to have to come up with their report, their final, recommendations on what they think should be done. DOJ, we know, is getting closer. Mike Pence is already in negotiations to give testimony to a grand jury. So.
And the new special counselor ain't no joke, man. He is on the job.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, Mr. Smith comes to Washington.
He actually makes Mr. Garland look weak because Garland couldn't make the decision, so he brings someone else in. It makes Garland look a bit weak and a bit scared. And this,
You know what?
he brings
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing that happened, because what's going to happen is that even if there is a change in administration, this new special counselor will not be able to be. He's not going to stop. And so, Merrick Garland, he can come and go with the next president, but the special counselor, not so much.
Did you see the girl giving a eulogy at her dad's funeral? It's just that show Indisputable, hosted by that I can't think of his name now. He's a doctor, and he has the ironic stuff. But he's sometimes people post his stuff on the chat. But the show's called Indisputable. Young girl stands up, father's eulogy. She said that she was glad she never turned out like her father, the man lying in the coffin. He was a misogynistic, racist arsehole, supported Trump and divided the family over Trump. Blah, blah. She went on and gave this eulogy about how he's an arsehole. He was a Trump
Really?
lover, divided the family. Yep. And she got an applause.
I'm trying
at
to
the end of her
think of why
eulogy.
I'm sitting here with a smile on my face thinking to myself, oh, well, that's too bad. The old boy died. Now they're going to spit on him. But now I'm sitting here with a smile on my face thinking, well, now, I don't, I don't have,
Yep.
It's hard.
That's a
After
fact,
7 years of
guys.
this, it's hard for me to have any fucking sympathy for any Trumper now. You're fucking been with this shit long enough. You should fucking know better. Don't use any kind of excuse of why you think, oh, your politics are that. No, he's a fucking dick, and everybody knows it. They hang on to him for spite. Either that, or they're racist, misogynistic, assholes. That's the only people that hang on to him. Not because he's smart or
Yeah, no. Anybody who supports Trump, it's because they are exactly
They're
like
exactly
Trump.
like him. They're racist,
Exactly.
bigoted, misogynistic asshole. And they like it like that.
Oh, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
They want that
They
world.
want to live in that world, baby.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
happy there.
And they're more than welcome to join them in prison. I mean, let's let out a lot of them people that were busted with half a bag of a dope. Let's let them all out and make room for the GOP.
Oh, did you hear Trump's statement about drug dealers? He was asked,
oh, Lord.
what's your policy on drug dealers? Well, and this was his answer, once we confirm they're a drug dealer and they're guilty, within 2 days they should be executed.
Well, there you go. He's just like that old boy in the Philippines. Just take him out back and shoot him. That's all.
That's basically what he
Catch
said.
somebody with a little pot in their pocket, just take him out back and shoot him.
Hey, that's a suggestion for treason.
Yeah.
If you're found guilty of treason, Donnie.
Oh, well, now, if you're talking about treason has been proven, well, now maybe you ought to put him in the fucking express lane.
We
I
got to
don't
take it
know.
in court,
It's,
Once he's found guilty, I mean, let's give him a military trial, and if he's found guilty, take him out to a post and tie him up and get it over with.
Well, he's not a drug dealer. That's the sad part about it. He said drug dealers. He didn't mention anyone else, but I'll go for that. If you want to change it to treasonous, I'm all for it. Hang him. Because hanging hurts more than shooting, I think. You take longer to die and you're a bit more pain for a lot longer. Let's give him what he's given the world.
True.
Or
I just
maybe
want him in- I
the
don't
good
want
Lord
him-
in heaven to just answer my prayer, and when he goes up for that swing on the 9th hole, lightning strikes, and then we're done.
Until that
That's an
happens,
easy out, though.
I'm looking.
I-
Yeah.
Hey,
But it would
you
be
guys-
entertaining. You
look,
can't
guys,
say that.
You guys, come on. You keep saying it's an easy out. You want to see him in prison and all the rest of that. But if he goes to prison, we pay for it. Okay? And I'm just tired of paying for this motherfucker. That's all.
Yeah, well, I want to see an investigation.
We're going to be
Yep.
paying for
Into,
him for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to see an investigation into Ivanka and Jared and all those, where their money came from while Daddy was
I wish-
president.
We
I'm sure
already know. We already know.
Yeah. Try launching an
Well,
They're going
investigation.
to be
Where the
too
money
busy.
came
They're
from.
going to be too busy with Hunter Biden. I'm sorry. Hunter Biden, you can bet your ass, come January, is going to be the number one thing Congress is going to be concerned with. Something on the
Absolutely.
Bidens. They're going to dig.
We will be paying for that.
Yes, Benghazi.
Benghazi.
Because that's
You know
all they
what I
got.
heard?
They don't have anything else. They don't have any plans for the future. Any legislation that they're trying to push for anything other than maybe tax cuts for the wealthy or corporations.
Now, why would they
Did you
say?
hear what Gerardo said on Fox News? Gerardo says Biden should pardon Trump and just get on
Yeah.
with the rest of our lives.
Yeah, that's that. I saw that. Yeah, nah. No. They were comparing it to, well, look, Ford stepped up and pardoned Nixon and saved the nation from tragedy. Yeah, but we're not talking about treason with Nixon. It was a burglary. It was a break-in. It was lying to Congress. It was wiretapping. All that kind of stuff. It wasn't national secrets. It wasn't treason
It
to
was
the extent that Trump has
espionage.
taken it.
It wasn't inciting
Espionage.
an insurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
So,
comparison.
I
There's no
think,
comparison.
in
I
my
mean,
opinion, the only way this nation survives is to prosecute his ass for the crimes that we all know
Absolutely.
he did. Because if we don't, then we are eroding what the Constitution means.
Then he stands above the law.
It erodes what our laws mean. It's only
And it
for
opens-
it's only for you, not the wealthy. It's only for the guy that got busted with the pot. It's not for the guy
Yep.
that just walked out of the Federal Reserve with millions and billions of dollars.
Yep.
A man with
it,
a briefcase
Nope.
could steal a whole lot more money than a man with a gun.
it opens up an open door for others just like him.
Yes, it encourages it. So if we don't stand up as a nation and hold him accountable and those that assisted his ass,
Yep.
if we don't hold them accountable, what does that say about our laws and our Constitution? It doesn't mean shit, or does it just
Pretty much,
apply to you and
No,
not
it's
to
pretty
them?
much. It is a two-system government, and if the more money you have, the more you could get off.
That's
Yep.
exactly it. It's more money, yeah. Because
You
we
can buy
stress
your
this.
way out of it.
We can't, but that's how come it's so important to donate to Raphael Warnock, because
Absolutely.
that's our only way.
Gotta go.
If
Bye.
it's got
Love
to
ya.
be money, love you too,
Good night,
Ozzy.
Dave.
Take care of
Stay
yourself,
safe,
brother.
Aussie Dave.
Ozzy's got to go take care of flood stuff, which I'm
Yes.
very familiar with that shit.
Which is frightening.
It is frightening, and you know what's bad about it? You're always wet. You get out of the water, you go dry off. Pretty soon, you got to go back in the water for some shit. And the next thing you know, it's like after weeks and weeks of that, which we have been, we've been cut off back here at my house for.
What's worse about that, John?
Hello,
is just,
Ed.
hello, John. What's worse about it is just you don't. It's just sometimes the water can be contaminated.
Yes.
Or worse,
Yeah.
there can be. I saw videos where there were floating ant islands.
Oh yeah.
A
Yeah,
floating
that
island.
is very frightening.
Oh yeah. Floating ant.
Floating ants.
Islands.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Yes.
Ants
Oh,
are,
yeah.
Ants
ants
survived
are
in the water for 2
remarkable.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
the least. That's the least of John's worries. Them alligators.
Yeah, I don't like the
Come on.
alligators at all. But them ants will make
Oh,
you
by the
hurt
way, John, I
yourself.
floated earlier today.
You know what? I'm going to point this out today because something good happened in my life today, and I want to just share it with you because I enjoyed it so much. A lot of stuff going on, and so there's a car comes down the road. We see it on the camera. Oh, look at this. He goes that way. It's a dead end there, and he turns around. He goes the other way, which is obviously a dead end. You could see it right there, and he turns around and he stops, and he's out in front of my house. Okay, so when this happens, John has a habit. Okay, motherfucker, you want to see it? I'm gonna walk right out to my damn gate, stand right there, and say, look at you, and go, howdy, what do you want? Well, he stood there for a while, sat there for a while, looked at me, and okay, and he finally pulls up, and it ended up being probably the best conversation I've had with somebody in a long time. It was just a great conversation. This old boy, he's from Germany. Been living in the country for 3 years. His father was from Texas, and he lived in Germany his whole life. Anyway, he finally got a chance to move down to South Texas. Moved down here. He's a plumber, so he's got a business card. And he showed me he's got a sign right there on his car, plumbing and everything. And he's looking at the map on his GPS thing about my river. And what it is he's panning for gold. And when he's sitting right next to him on the passenger seat of the car is all of this gold panning stuff, and you can tell there's shovels, there's the little pans, there's different pans, different size screens and stuff. And he had a TikTok channel, which I already went and looked at everything, and he's into gold panning, but he does it for any gold he finds, he donates to charity.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, really nice guy. Hard to understand because he's freaking broken English, but I got to say, pretty damn good. And I was saying, really, gold in this river? He said, yeah. I said, no, you're kidding me. No, he found some down river near the mouth where it empties near the bay. And he said, not a whole lot. He said, but it's too cold in Alaska. I ain't going up there. So panning for gold is his hobby. And he said that, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, and the reason he was looking at my place here was I've told y'all before, I live in a bend of the river, a very sharp bend. So when it floods, the main force of the river is on the opposite bank. We've seen that whole side of the bank kind of cave in. And when I told him that, he goes, oh, that's perfect. And then I stopped thinking about it. Well, if there was gold up there, and it's not in the river yet, when that big old hunk of land up there, and I mean pretty good chunks of it, just falls into the river. If there was anything there, well, it's going to wash all up and end up down in this rocky area down there. And anyway, it was just a wonderful conversation that started with me being very suspicious of somebody parked outside my house, and I have reason to be, but it ended up being the best conversation I've probably had in a while with somebody I didn't know.
Right on.
And it lightened
That's
my
cool.
day. It lightened my heart a bit. And
Well, thank you for sharing that.
it
'cause,
nice
was a
story.
great. I have his business card. He's a plumber. And I told him, I said, oh, Lord, I'm in need of your services sometime. As soon as I can afford it, I might call you. But he had a great outlook on life. Just the way he was talking, he believes in giving back to society.
Yeah.
And that's what he does with his hobby. If he finds any gold, and he was talking about, that's between you and yourself when you do shit like that. You could easily just say, "Oh yeah, I gave it away," and then not do that. But it's for those that really carry through and do. To me, it's like Daryl Heimsness. He didn't have to do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he-
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and believe me, Daryl did not say, "Hey, call me out." Daryl. The only reason I'm calling Daryl out is because I think he needs to be called out. Daryl
Yes.
didn't do it for attention. Daryl
No.
did it just because that's who Daryl is,
That's his heart.
and that is
And he
what
just
it
wants
makes.
to help. And the thing is he wanted to do it in the name of the Blue Dot family.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
want
who
this
he
done in
wanted
his name.
called out. He wanted
He
to
wanted
call
this
out the
family-
Blue Dot family.
Yeah. It reassures your faith that there are people that are worth fighting for, that this society is worth fighting for, because
Yep.
It's true.
if other people in our history did not believe in that same thing, we wouldn't be where we're at. And a
Yep.
lot of us should remember that going through the late 60s and 70s, through coming up through the 50s, 60s, 70s. Through civil rights and voting rights and women's rights, all that what we saw move through history. We were all witness to that. So we should fight for the same things for those that are coming up behind us, and that those who came before us fought for. Doesn't that make sense? Hey, it sounds good anyway,
It
doesn't
sure
it?
does. It sure does. And
Anyway.
that's a feeling
That's why
of
they
helping.
need to put this in the curriculum.
Yep.
It really, when it boils down to it, I think within each one of it, it's just seeing and the right thing to do and doing it. And it's not that difficult to do.
And isn't that
And I
such a
think the
great-
majority of the
is it
world
awesome?
does exactly that.
Yeah.
But the
It
squeaky
is an
wheel
awesome
gets the
feeling,
grease.
John.
The news is not about good deeds. It's about murders and kidnappings and robbery. And those are the things that are going to get your attention. But believe me, every day in this world there are more good things that happen than there are bad things. But the
That's
line is
true.
getting pushed. We're over already 600 and some odd mass shootings this year. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem.
It's scary. It's
It is.
scary. You walk. I walk into a restaurant and I see somebody sitting there with a sidearm. I
Yeah,
immediately I keep my eyes on them.
which is not an
constantly.
uncommon thing around here, is it, Joe?
No,
No, it's
No.
not. No, it's not.
no. I mean, it's
Well, that's got to be terribly frightening, especially with all the mass shootings that, I mean, we've had, 3-4 mass shootings in the
Yeah,
last
but
week.
the thing,
It's gotta be
Bernadette,
terribly
is
frightening.
all of these guys, all of them, they're the good guy with the gun.
No,
suppose
John.
it.
No.
They're the good guy with the gun. Of course, when
Like
the
the
good
good
guy with the gun whips out his
they-
gun to take out the bad guy, the good guy with the other gun, the other good guy, he comes through the door. All he sees is the man with the gun. Holy
I
shit!
want to know: are they
Yep.
the good guys with the guns, like the good guys with the guns at Uvalde?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Same one.
those
Same one.
brave-
Yeah, good guys with guns. They stood out in the hallway.
Brave.
77 minutes stood out in the hallway. 100 and something of them. We'll get around to it. Don't worry. Yeah.
Let's talk about spineless. Now, it's just my opinion. Spineless people
Yeah,
that just sat there,
Nothing.
talked bullshit.
because there was a whole bunch of good guys with guns
Yeah.
on that day.
Nothing points out a clusterfuck bigger than Uvalde. That
Uvalde.
shooting in
And-
itself just demonstrated the pure ignorance, the hypocrisy, the stupidity, the cowardness, everything that you could think of, the worst of what law enforcement produces was demonstrated on that day.
and
it
you know what?
cost a
Shit
lot of
rolls.
lives.
Yep, shit rolls downhill. It came from the top
Hey,
and came and hit where it hit.
yeah. Well, I can't
Because
remember his
that's
name
exactly
right now,
what-
but the chief of DPS ain't resigned yet.
Well,
The guy that
well,
was
no,
coming out
only-
saying the next day, saying, "Is this boom Bob? We did a great job." Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what he thinks when he looks in the mirror.
I don't think he thinks. I don't think he gives a shit. He justifies his actions. He justifies his non-action because he didn't know this particular item or so and so was in charge. He passes the buck down the road.
Oh yeah.
That's what every
Yeah.
one of them have done. Pete, whatever his name is, the main chief down there of the school police.
Oh yeah.
Who
he was
finally got
talking-
his ass fired. Finally,
Who's a coward?
there were many of them there that day.
Yeah. There was.
And it's sad that it takes a tragedy like that to highlight the discrepancies within our system.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
can't forget. Can't forget, and because this is how they get away with their inaction and dereliction of duties. We cannot forget, just like we can't forget January 6th. We can't
Right.
forget.
No.
And here in Texas,
We're
what
all
is that
witnesses
saying,
to it.
John?
What's
Here in
that?
Texas, what is that saying here in Texas? Remember the Alamo?
Yeah.
Let's remember Uvalde.
Remember Uvalde. You remember that shit, and it's not resolved yet. That's what the sad part of this.
No, it's not resolved.
But it's God. There's so much in the news right now. You're looking at that case up at what is it, Idaho, where the 4 stabbings. Is that
Yeah.
Idaho? They haven't found anything yet. This is a scary fucking world. When
Yeah.
you stop to think about the possibilities of what could happen, and nowadays when you see it, like I said, though, the news is full of it. So that's how come we got to make an extra effort to do good deeds to
That's
offset
right.
the bullshit that we see every day in the fucking
and,
news.
and call out people like Daryl Hymas and Willis
Yes, and,
Yes.
and hold him up
go
as
out of their way.
oh
You-
man.
I'm
make
grateful. I'm
somebody
grateful
else
for
do.
Daryl. I'm grateful
Yeah.
for Daryl because he inspired something in me that I hadn't experienced.
Right on.
And I thank John for
Yeah.
asking me to help.
I
know.
appreciate you stepping up and giving me a hand with it, brother. I
Like
really
I
do.
said,
Yeah.
I've said it before,
When
and I'll say it
Daryl comes
again.
in, he comes in
call me.
quick and hard.
There
Yeah,
you
he
go.
does.
Let's get this done.
And he doesn't normally let you know he's coming
No.
at you like that.
No.
He just says, "Here, get this done."
Yeah, here's
You know?
the money. Get this done for me. Okay.
Yeah.
And he did, and we did for him. But yeah,
That's right.
I'm just like I'm like Joe. It made me feel good to be a part of it, and
Well, that's what America is all about. It's
It
not all
is.
about the rest of this bullshit that goes
And
on
you
a
know
daily
what?
basis.
in case you was occupied last Tuesday when we had our family Blue Dot meeting and everything, and you do not know what we are talking about. Ha! Behold, John has evidence. So let's take a minute and remind everybody of what exactly Daryl did. How y'all doing today? It is Monday, baby, and it's Monday, and it's raining outside, and it's cold, and it's dark. But today, our hearts are full of sunshine, baby. What are we doing? I'm at my local HEB. And for y'all that don't live in Texas, that means here, everything's better, baby. And today, we're picking up a load of turkey dinners by the box full, baby. We have 40 full meals. We have the turkey. We have the soup. We have the French fries, we have the stuffing, the potatoes, the gravy. We're talking the whole meal, baby. And this is all due to one Blue Dot, Daryl Heimsness up in Willits, California. And this is the second year in a row he has done this. We are so proud of him and the Blue Dot family, and we couldn't be more impressed with this. We're going to be delivering these today to 2 separate churches, one here in Mathis, Texas, and the other one in Corpus Christi, where we think they can do the most good. Again, we want to send our heartfelt thanks out to Daryl. What a big heart you have, and this whole Blue Dot family is so proud of you. And he wants you to know that he does this in the name of the Blue Dot family. So we can all smile a little bit today. No matter what the weather is, put a smile on your face, baby. Let's go deliver this stuff.
Go for
All
it.
right, baby, we just loaded up 20 meals, 20 turkeys, 20 pies, 20 everything. Loaded it up to the Sacred Heart Charities. It's on its way over to the church. This is going to make 20 families happy for Thanksgiving, baby. These are the gentlemen that loaded up. What's your name? Joe and Joe. Joe and Joe. Joe and Joe. And
Joe.
and Joe Garcia. There you go, baby. We loaded them up. Now we're going to head on down to Corpus. We got another delivery to make. Y'all say good night. Y'all say bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go, baby. How y'all doing, baby? We're in Mathis. No, we're not Mathis anymore. We done left Mathis. Now we're in Corpus Christi at the Friendship Baptist Church. Maestro's aunt is here with me. Delivered another 20 meals. We got the turkeys. Oh, in the freezer. We got the potatoes. We got the gravy. We got everything, baby. And again, a big heartfelt thank you to Daryl out in Willits, California. Daryl, you got a great heart, buddy. You've touched the hearts of at least 40 families this Thanksgiving. All the love goes to you, brother. This Blue Dot family owes you a lot. It's late. I'm going home. Y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you later. Bye. All around good. And I want to point out where did it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Did you see this? What came up in the chat there, Joe? I want to
What's
quote
that?
this because I thought it was
Amigos?
yes, Mission Chick. She said the 3 Joe Migos. The 3 Joe Migos. I love it. Outstanding. Yeah, I changed my hat because it was cold. That's my felt hat, buddy. If that felt hat is on, that means it's cold outside. So
It was cold.
yeah, it looks a little ragged. It's been around the block a few times, but that was the video that we did. Thanks to the goodness out of Daryl's heart. Daryl Heimsness is just. It was so. It just lifted my heart to even be involved in that. That's what I'm just trying to say. It lifted my heart up.
And this is the second year in a row
yes.
that he went out of his way to pay for dinners like that.
Yeah.
And so grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. When things like that happen and you're a part of it, it just lifts your soul up. It makes you feel better. And Daryl, you did that for a whole lot of people, and he didn't want to be singled out. But buddy, we all need to sing your praises because you did. You made a hell of a big difference in people's life. And we donate them to 2 churches because my belief, although I'm not a religious, small churches know the need in the neighborhood. That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
And that's what I believe in. And so that I thought
Exactly.
would be the best places to be able to get that food into the hands of those people that might need it. And I feel
And it did come in handy.
And you know, it wasn't just a turkey; it was a complete meal, all the way down
everything.
to the dessert.
It was everything.
And so,
And
And
something
that's
that
what I
really
believe.
stood out was when we went to deliver to the Fellowship Baptist Church down in Corpus, and we were wheeling all of that stuff back into their kitchen in the church where those big freezers were. We were passing by and we had shopping carts full of everything. The shelves inside there, and you could tell this was a pantry. This is where they were empty, baby. There wasn't nothing on those shelves.
Oh.
So it told me immediately that there was a need in that community because if not, them shelves would have been full. there was a couple of cans of refried beans on those shelves, and there was a bunch of shelves, and there's 2 cans of refried beans over here, and that's it. So, again, I knew there was a need there, and
Yep.
but we got there kind of late, and there was only me and Maestro's aunt and one other fellow that was there to help unload. Everybody else, it was pretty late by the time we got there, but.
Wow. Well,
But
I give my thanks also to Nancy, the store director. She's
At
the one that you
HEB?
spoke to, John.
Yeah.
Yes.
At HEB, where it means here everything's better,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
that is true.
She said we're gonna do what we do with the school.
Yeah, we got the same deal. And
Mhm.
HEB,
Right on.
yeah, that was a process getting all that done, but well worth the effort.
It
because,
sure was.
Yeah, because HEB offers coupons. Well, if you buy this, you get that. Well, we're
Mhm.
buying
Right
that,
on.
so we want to get this too. And
Yep.
yeah, there was a whole lot of
and,
that. Yeah, HEB
what
was
it, Nancy
fantastic at it.
and Billy and all the guys that were there that helped out. Michelle.
Because to
He's
get
the
all
one that's
that
registered.
done, how long did it take, Joe? Probably a couple hours
It-
at least
A
2.
couple hours.
Maybe
and-
2 and a
well,
half.
they had
something.
Thank you to Nancy over at HEB, and
Mhm.
thanks again to Daryl because you made it
Yeah.
possible in the name of the
That's
Blue Dot
right.
family. So awesome,
I think
and
I
that
think
that
we
is
have a lot.
why we do this fight because this is what America is about. It's about helping one another.
And
It's about
when we have an
feeding people.
opportunity, it's good to.
Yes,
It's just
it
good
ain't
to.
about all this
It's about
this
karma.
me bullshit that goes on.
Yeah.
It's about helping one
about
another
us.
because we're all in this America together.
That's what the deal is, baby. Anyway, I
Well,
guess.
well, guys, I'm gonna have to leave.
Well, you can't leave yet.
I'm out.
No, you
Oh,
can't
Run
leave.
credits, John.
Yeah, I'm running the credits right now. Can't
Oh,
leave until we
okay,
shut the show down, Joe. I'm sorry. That's it. We already locked the doors, buddy. We learned
The
this from
rules.
we learned the thing from Trump, man. We just locked the fucking doors. Nobody out. So you're gonna sit here and listen to that shit? No. No, we're gonna
Lock the
shut her
door.
down anymore. Anyway, Joe, I want to thank you for coming by, brother. And again, thank you. Oh man, what a.
Anytime you
yeah.
need. Yeah, anytime you need me, you can call me.
I appreciate that tremendously. It's nice to have a friendly blue dot right down the road. And Joe lives about 10 miles, 15,
At the most.
at the most 15. I can be there in a heartbeat. I'm waiting on this to come up here because where's my Jenny? It's fixing to pop up there. There it is. There it is. Because Keith Thompson, my buddy up.
Right on, Keith.
Came in with $5 and said my Blue Dot funding might go down as I donate more to Raphael Warnock Run. Do that, brother. Do that. And
There you go.
thank you, brother. I appreciate it tremendously. All donations we graciously say thank you
Absolutely, because it's quite as thick as kept. It does take money to keep this on the air and keep it moving, guys. So every little bit helps.
for. Every
And Keith, we
dime we
greatly
get,
appreciate
it
it.
is greatly appreciated. Every one of them. And I don't care from the smallest to the biggest. Anyway, I want to thank you for that, Keith. Thank you. Anyway, Joe, thank you very much again, brother. I appreciate it tremendously.
You're very much welcome.
All
And
right.
I'm glad everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Everybody's still here with us. And
Yep.
let's work toward Christmas.
Well, just be on your
Yep.
toes next year. He could sneak by and do this again. I swear to God.
There you go.
Anyway, I really
What a
appreciate
blessing.
you. Yeah, it was. What a blessing. What a thing to be involved in. It really lifted my heart up when I needed it.
And I tell you, it really is a blessing to be involved with this family and to see how it supports one another. And
The friendships
and
that have been
because-
made within this family.
yes,
That's what
Yeah.
amazes me. The greetings from Blue Dots to each other when the show starts and when we say goodnight. There's people saying here goodnight to each other right now.
yep.
And Bart Larson says he didn't get any pumpkin pie. Somebody please send Bart Larson some pumpkin pie because he didn't.
All
get
right.
none. So take care of this shit.
At least send him a pumpkin.
At least send him a pumpkin, a picture of your pumpkin pie. Anyway, Ed, thank you, brother, for coming by. We appreciate your voice.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure. John, I wanted to say before I go,
Yes, sir.
I want to say I'm thankful for the Blue Dot family, especially John Brevido. Continue to
appreciate
keep the good fight going. And of course, my Blue Dot friends and family, which is wonderful.
We can all.
And
do
my
that.
I hope everybody's turkey day went well.
There you
And I
go.
do want to say that here's one thing, John, I would like to add.
What?
There needs to be a congressional law that Christmas music should play after Thanksgiving, not before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you
That's
shitting
all I
me?
can tell you.
Yeah. No. Oh, they're itching to go. Are you shitting me? As soon as Thanksgiving was over, boom. Everybody. I'm not going out that mess.
I want to know
I'm
when
not
did
going
Black
out that mess.
Friday become Black Friday month?
Month. Yeah, it's
I
going to be
know,
that
right?
way. Yeah, it's going to be a mad day.
I know, right?
But I am glad to see people out enjoying the holidays and shopping and everything, being involved in
Yes.
it. It is what, it is a very, it's an expensive holiday to have, but one with well wishes because you're spreading that love to other people. And it always, y'all know me. I'm not a religious guy. I look forward to Christmas for the same reason everybody else does. And no, it's not the presents. It's the bringing forth of the corny things, the brotherly love, the kindness of others, the all the bullshit, all that stuff. And that I still somewhere down deep in my heart still believe in. And I try to hold on to that. That there's still good people in this world, and we just saw an example of it out of Daryl. That every day the world is filled with more good things there is bad things. But the bad things are going to hit the news, and the good things aren't.
Yep.
But anyway, we
And you
muddle
always
through
bring
this shit.
the good news and keep up the good fight.
Try to put that smile on your heart every day, baby. Try it.
Exactly.
It's the best
I
thing
missed
you
your
can do.
beer and Bud Friday, John.
Yeah, I
You
did
know what?
too. Are you shitting me? Yeah, it's been. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a rough. Yeah, it wasn't our. It's been rough, but we're getting back on our. Anyway, Bernadette, baby. Thank you so much for being here, and
You're welcome, sir.
thank you for being that rock, baby. Enjoyed our talk today, by the way. Thank you very much.
Lean
Lifted
on
me
me.
up. That's what. Then
When you're not strong.
That's right, baby. Sing it. Anyway,
That's right.
I love
I'll
you.
be right here.
All right. Thank you very much. And for the rest of our Blue Dot family, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for being part of this conversation. This feeling that we talk about, it lives in this chat, and I watch it every freaking show, and it is what lifts my heart. And I want to say thank you for that. Anyway, all that other corny shit, I love you. Put a smile on your heart. Better yet, put a smile on somebody else's face. It'll make your heart feel a whole lot better. Y'all say goodnight to each other.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you later. Let's go to the